Hi, I'm going to take you through a series of exercises that are hierarchical in nature and just help you kind of gear up the breath support and breath pressure that you need to sing well so that you don't engage in your throat and strain your voice. I want you to get your 3 millimeter singing straw and I want you to just blow into it. Hold it so you can feel the air coming out of the end like this. You should feel the air hitting your hand, the inside of your hand. But you should also feel your lower muscular core engage. So your pelvic floor, which is the bottom of your torso, lifts, closes and lifts, and co-contracts with the deep abdominal muscle called the transversus abdominis. That feels like a little zip or cinch inside the front of the pelvis. That is your breath pressure. That transversus abdominis is the major pressure generator in our body. We use it for our balance, which is also helpful for you. We use it for creating pressure to lift heavy objects, and we're going to use it to move air through our bodies, through our vocal folds, to make pretty sounds without straining here. If we don't have this on board, our body doesn't have any other option but to engage the muscles here, and that really causes strain, fatigue, hoarseness, and sometimes voice loss. So when you blow in the straw, I want you to put your brain also in this low muscular core. So I did 10 of those in a row. And you could see how when I blew, that pelvic floor and transversus co-contracted. And then when I let go, I actually got my air right back in my body. So the pelvic floor and diaphragm work together, but opposite in function. So when the diaphragm contracts, set my straw down for a second, the filaments of the muscle slide together. The dome part of the diaphragm drops down, and the part that's attached to the bottom 6 ribs moves outward. And you can actually feel that when you inhale. You get a nice lateral expansion because of the attachments of the diaphragm to the ribs. That negative pressure of the muscle contraction is what brings air into our lungs. And at the same time, the abdominal wall moves outward to make room for the diaphragm, and the pelvic floor moves down also to make room, but also increases in tone and contracts eccentrically. So concentric is active contraction, eccentric contraction is passive, but it's still increasing in tone. And then for exhalation, that straw phonation, or the straw blow, actively contracts the pelvic floor. And that lift, so the close is the back sphincter closing, and the lift of the perineal body is what co-contracts the deep abdominal muscle. Together, they're powerful breath pressure generators. And that way, the throat doesn't have to work at all. So you can feel that as you practice in the straw. So now let's add voicing to the straw. But I always want you to start out with a little bit of airflow. So you see I'm wiggling my head so that I don't lock and load the muscles or you don't lock and load the muscles that you're used to engaging with singing. Let's go up a half step. Same thing. helpful to think, lift the guys as I'm coming out of the straw, because there will be a pressure differential. And if you lift the pelvic floor as you come out, that differential is a lot less, and it actually increases the strength of the voice coming out of you. Let's do a few more. Last one. So hopefully these two exercises give you a feel in your body that I want you to get embodied in your experience of your body with voice production, so that you know how to close, lift, and co-contract the deep abdominal muscle and release it. You can feel how the diaphragm and pelvic floor work together. You can keep the head and neck and throat disengaged. And now this is a good time to do your lax box exercises. So take your little cup of water and the same straw, and we're going to just do a full range pitch glide. So then we're going to do that 2 or 3 more times, and the goal is to really get all of the notes in the range to connect together seamlessly. Again. And notice as you go higher in your pitch that you actually need more breath pressure, so you get a little more activation in your low muscular core. I'm going to put my hand here so you can actually see that happening in me. And then I let go, and your breath comes back. So then the next exercise is going to be octave slides. So let's start around low E flat. And you notice how I have the straw and the cup right at my mouth so that my head can stay upright. That's a really important thing for you. I don't want the head forward. I don't want the head down. I don't want the head up. I want it just kind of right in the middle of the Goldilocks position. One more, because that's as high as we got last time. If the voice doesn't feel like it wants to come out, don't make it. Just stop, okay? We're really going to get better at not hyper engaging the muscles around the larynx. And remember, if you need to, you can just do a pull down. You see how that pressure into my larynx changed my pitch a little bit? I sound a little like Marvin the Martian. And then I keep that pressure on the larynx and slide the hand down. If you feel a lot of throat activity, you can also just keep the hand kind of right on the bottom of the sternocleidomastoid here. and that makes it a little harder for the muscles to activate. All right, the next exercise is a 5-1-8-1 slide. All of these slidey exercises are great for the flexibility of your vocal folds and to increase your range and stability of your range. So 5-1-8-1 in the straw. Again, notice as I go from the 1 to the 8, there's a lot more activity in my low muscular core, so it's the pelvic floor adjusts to the pressure demands that it's called upon to modify. So just notice that happening in your body. And rest. All right, the last exercise in Lax Fox is the extended arpeggio. So we're going to just go through a few of these. It takes you up a lot of your range in one go. So just enjoy it. Keep the head nice and loose, and we're going to start. All right. Those are your exercises. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to practice the songs that you're singing from the beginning. And I want you to start in the Lax Fox and then sing normally, then go back to the Lax Fox, then sing normally to create overall stability in each of the songs. And maybe start with one that's relatively easy for you to sing, so you can kind of get the feel of it and not be so challenged by it. But what I mean, I think I used Amazing Grace last time, and I'm probably going to just do that because I can't think of one of your songs to sing. So. How sweet the sound, like me, was lost, and found, but now I see. So that's the gist of it. Once you get well warmed, and actually before you do your songs, this is a good time to put in your other exercises that you were doing before we met. Maybe with the straw in the water, maybe pick a few, maybe not all 18 minutes of them, but pick some that you like that really kind of help you kind of get in the groove with your voice, and then go into the music. Let's do 1 or 2 songs a day just to look for some stability. And you can work on whatever song you want to. I would just say the first time you're playing with the Lax Fox, you might want to pick one that's not as challenging to you right now, but definitely pick the ones that are the most challenging to spend the majority of your time on. All right, I hope this is helpful. I'm sending good vibes your way to you and Heather, and I will look forward to seeing you soon.